All right, lads, here we are. Week 8 review, Week 9 preview. And look, floating head, camo shirt. Hoo-hoo-hoo. And this team, only 3 points off beating Mahomes. So we're pretty good, the Giants. Anyone can come over and join us. Invitation's still there, Rich. Otherwise, if you don't want to, you can just go and drink a whole bunch of piss and go driving. All right, bed shit of the week. Look, bit of a difficult one. We had a couple of guys that left inactive players on. Harrows, mate, can't do anything about that. That was a late withdrawal. And then Grant, seemingly thinking that Dak was going to play when he was a game time decision. Must have got busy at work and left him in. He's resulted still in a win. Harrow, yours also joined together with a completely bed shit of the rest of your team. I think you got 91 points. You did your best Matthew Rosier impression for that week, so you get bed shit of the week. Look, performance of the week, I'm going to give to Rich. Rich has now won 4 in a row, from 0-4 to 4-4. He is well and truly in the playoff contention now. Well done, Rich. All right, matchup 1 for this week. We've got Lawrence of the Labia 8-0 against a Plus Ultra 3-5. Look, Mike White looks like the current MVP of the league after his performance last week. So he could put up some big numbers on Friday or Thursday Night Football. Look, I think I'll probably have enough to get over the line, but I think it's going to be relatively close. Look, last week was supposed to be cakewalk, and it ended up being like 10 or 12 points. Next up, the quarterback graveyard, 2-6 against Bad at Sports, 3-5. You can probably say that they're both bad at sports, and certainly a quarterback graveyard for Alex. He's now about to dig a hole and stick Winston inside 6 foot under. This is going to be a tight one. Look, I have to give the slight advantage to Evan for this one, but Alex certainly has a few players that can score big, and if he does get the right amount of points, could get more and beat Evan. That doesn't sound right, but I'm going to go with it and pretend that no one noticed. Next up, our joint game of the week, 7-1, Duck Me Off in the Connor versus 5-3, Team 11. The winner of this one really can either close the gap or separate themselves in the south. And with Grant now losing Derrick Henry for the rest of the fantasy season, he's going to have to find someone to fill it. Not exactly sure if that's the person you should be using, but you're running with it anyway. Next up, the overachiever against Lighty Funk Lutz. It's still going quite unlucky for most games. Again, he'll probably come close and lose by a point or something like this. We've got Tua coming back in against the Texans, so he's probably pretty happy that he wasn't replaced by Deshaun Watson. So he'll probably go out and throw 6 picks. The tanking team at 1-7 against our 4-4 homosexual tendencies. Tanking team in the box seat for the last place shirt. Really hope that he's going to see that's all a bit of banner and just wear it and do a short video if he wins it. Otherwise, you better get some wins, mate. Same goes for Owie, who could retain it also on the same number of wins. Next up, our other joint match of the week, the double CC against Fields It In My Plums. As I mentioned, Rich on a 4-game winning streak. Rose just lost the last 2, I believe. So coming off 2 losses. It's going to be a lot harder for Rich, though, without his 2 best players in regular season Lenny and Tom the God Brady. So, look, slight advantage I'm going to give to Rose here to get the win. But who knows, with the Colts on Thursday night, if Mike White turns back into a pumpkin, they could end up with a lot of points. And Team Burnside, thanks again for really working on your team name there, Shelley. Against the Pong Knucklers, this is the battle of the 2 that don't seem to realise there's a group chat or waivers on Wednesdays either. Look, he has been unlucky in terms of his point scoring to be 1-7 and having those points, then he's probably only got a few hundred less points than Shelley at 6 and 2. So it probably gives an indication of how close they are. It would just depend on the matchup. Look, advantage has to go with Shelley on this one with the amount of players he has, but I could see Owie pulling this one out if, of course, CMC's back. All right, lads, that's it for this week. Looking forward to seeing Owie's video. Forgot about it last week. All good, mate. Looking forward to that one against Shelley. I'm sure you'll come up with something fun for that. And Alex's ones, as always hilarious. Frothy, where's your song of the week, mate? Get into it. All right, boys, have a good one. Week 9's about to start. Yoo-hoo!